or Giannis Antetokounmpo.
They may be on the road, but the Bulls still know how to dress to impress. A look here as they come off the bus earlier today. Terrific shot of Nathan Phillips Square here in downtown Toronto. Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. DA, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. We do see NBA teams utilizing more zone defenses. Raptors coach Nick Nurse said, offense changed so drastically, now defense is having to adjust. Lakers' Frank Vogel said when your team is down and looking for a spark, the zone can break their rhythm. Kevin?
We see cycles all the time in the NBA for sure, David. Thank you. Two defensive-minded teams, Steve, in the building tonight. These teams are so good, aren't they, at getting stops?
They are. Points will be hard to come by. Both teams give maximum effort on the defensive end, and that's hard to do night after night.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Williams is out there at DeRozan. Then it's MP. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. And it's Levine in at the two-guard spot. And for the Raptors, the forwards are Anunoby and Siakam. Guard spots filled by Van Vliet and Trent. And it's Birch in at the center, filling out the middle. MP against Van Vliet. MP left side. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's DeRozan. Good. The nice assist for Williams.
We see the value of increasing your range. DeRozan can find more space inside now because of it.
And becoming more physical over the years. DeRozan converts off contact extremely well.
We all know he's a tremendous athlete, GA, who's added a lot of strength. He adjusts well in the air, and he can finish with either hand. Hard to stop him once he's in the lane.
Basket good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Now, here's Trent. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. DeRozan scanning the floor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. DeRozan's got his second basket of the night.
Quick first step. This is why it's hard to stay in front of DeMar DeRozan.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
So for Chicago, their last game a win against the Pacers.
And sometimes it's a lot harder to get easy looks on the road, but they found ways to get their guys good looks.
You know what it is? That's good advanced scouting. They knew what they were in for, and they were ready.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
They've gotten a lot of high-quality shots in the paint early on. That was clearly part of their game plan coming in.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Free throw no good for Ayton.
And you just have to be enticed by the skill set of Ayton. A 7'1" behemoth who plays with a lot of physicality and skill on both ends.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
The Bulls have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Back to MP, and it's good for 2.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Now Trent. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Van Vliet passes to Birch. Fires from deep. Van Vliet with the bucket. Van Vliet's got 5.
Well, Fred could do this all day. He's that confident in his long-range shooting.
There's Rosario. And there's the pass to Ayton. Fast break Toronto. Here's Anunoby. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
The Bulls leading by 3. MP passes to Williams. Kick out to Levine. To the inside. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Up top, Anunoby.
2 minutes left in the first. 2 minutes.
Birds the pass to Trent. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The drive by MP. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Van Vliet picks one up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Taking 2 shots.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. With COVID shortening the season and the schedule being tinkered with, Steve, do you think the NBA will make permanent changes to the season schedule?
No, I don't think so. I think the length of games will go back to normal. I do think they might have a mid-season tournament. There's been talk of that, but so far, I think the games will reduce just because of COVID. It should go back to normal.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. So impressive the way Siakam has emerged as a #1 scorer.
He has a great handle for his size. The length is hard for any defender to deal with, whether Siakam's back to the basket or facing up.
Now, here is Irving. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Toronto with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Magnificent rejection. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now,
Substitution.
And we're a little over 1.5 minutes into the second quarter of action. Trent kicks to Sims. Pass to Birch. Here's Sims. Anunoby with it. 17 points for him last game against Philadelphia.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line. Really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
Gary Trent is out there with Anunoby. Then there's Kem Birch. Then it's Fred Van Vliet. And it's Sims in at the 2. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pacers had a huge game. He contributed 31 points, and he also did a good job of creating for others, getting them the ball in position to score. That was just the latest chapter in what has been a very good stretch of outings for him. Can't afford to take anything for granted going into tonight.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
DeRozan, bucket is good. DeRozan's got 4 points in the quarter.
and that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. Here's Trent. Nice D from DeRozan. For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. It's White on the wing. DeRozan against Anunoby. DeRozan passes to Ayton. MP, no good. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And, you know, you have to feel terrible about how that thing turned out. I mean, the game was really going about as expected until they just gave up that huge surge there late in the game, totally lost momentum, and ended up losing it.
Birch. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
Empty possession, and you don't want to miss these easy looks.
Here's White. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Trent with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Trent kicks to Van Vliet. Drops in the tray. Van Vliet's got 8 points.
Comfortable in catch-and-shoot situations. Fred does a lot of things for this team.
The drive by MP. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Trent passes to Van Vliet. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And out of bounds is Chicago Kings possession. Some changes for Toronto. Siakam is checked in for Kem Birch. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Fred Van Vliet. And Chicago also making a switch. Levine's checked in. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Anunoby against Williams. He's looking for MP and finds him. Down low. 6 on the shot clock. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. MP's got it all tied up now for the Bulls. Now, here's Trent. And that one released in time, but no good.
I like the defense there by Zach. Stays aware and gets himself in perfect position.
It's all tied in Toronto. Stay with us, folks. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. MP's really making a difference here.
And we saw just how important he is for this team in the first half. He was getting everyone involved.
We see it night in and night out. When you move the ball, keep your teammates involved, good things happen at the offensive end.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Bulls. They've got Ayton. MP is out there with Levine. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Williams at the 4. Van Vliet kicks to Trent. Trains it from beyond the arc. Trent's got 6.
He's heady. He's unselfish. All Van Vliet does is make winning plays.
And along with production, this team really thrives on Van Vliet's leadership.
He sets a great example with his toughness, his dedication, and his teammates believe in him and believe they're going to win, partly because of him.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Pascal Siakam was the most improved player in 2019. He says, I love that I cannot be able to do something, but if I put in a lot of hours doing it, I can become good at it. The former 27th pick overall said, not to sound arrogant, but I saw this coming. Guys, he bet on himself.
He did. He was smart. He certainly put in the work. DA, thank you.
Though you get a lot of individual production out of Pascal Siakam, he's a total team player. He checks his ego at the door.
Vucevic checked in for DeAndre Ayton. For 3, Levine. It's not going to go for him. And Toronto will go the other way with it. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Birch kicks to Barnes. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Over Levine. Here's Birch. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws. Raptors have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just...
Full substitution.
MP passes to Levine with a tie. Good, and the assist goes to MP. MP's got 4 assists in the game. Beverley looking around, and he drives in. The teardrop falls in. Beverley's got 7 points in the game. And we all know that star players get a few more perks, but, Greg, that can also stir up misgivings in a locker room when things aren't always equal.
Kevin, it's a great point, and coaches really have to be careful. If you're holding one player accountable and giving another a pass, that tends to lead to a fractured locker room.
pass to Sims. Barnes outside. 5 on the clock. Great D that time from Vucevic.
This is the shot you want, right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
Back to MP. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game. Chicago making a switch here. Ayton's checked in. MP against Beverly. Passes it to Trent. Takes it inside.
I love the patience Beverly has developed with the ball in his hands. Terrific find.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. In the corner, Irving with it. Ayton dishes to MP. Outside, Levine. MP passes to Ayton. For the lead. And it's Levine that time on the assist by Ayton. Levine's got 11 points here in just the second half. And the powerful one-handed slam. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Now let's hear what head coach Billy Donovan was reviewing with his team in the huddle.
We got to now start to anchor down defensively right now. Trust each other and trust the load. It's not just one-on-one defense. It's together.
A little help from your friends. This is what Billy wants. He wants a lot of communication, wants teamwork. And guys, you were talking during that break. You think his team is listening.
You know, you also have to credit the other team. And I always say, you know, they get checks on the 1st and 15th also. I mean, the offensive play calling is having an effect, and let's just see how they respond.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Gary Trent. OG Anunoby is out there with Barnes. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Sims in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. MP passes to Williams. And that one drops.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
And I love the play call. This is where you get the ball into the hands of your closers, where they can do something with it.
Here's Sims. The shot comes out. White with the defensive effort. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Next up for them, the Knicks coming out here to play. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand.
Check out Kobe White dropping a dime to the wide open man. What a pass.
Toronto calls timeout. MP's really making a difference here.
You have to make it harder for him to score. Deny the ball, even double. Whatever it takes to force someone else to beat you.
Ken Burch is checked in for Toronto. Fred VanVleet comes in for Patrick Beverly. Lonzo Ball, he's checked in for Chicago. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Williams has got 4 points this quarter. We can expect a dramatic end to this one.
Yeah, no quit by either side, guys. Neither team willing to give any ground. They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
Barnes kicks to VanVleet from 10 feet out, and he overshot that one, missing.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
And they double up MP. DeRozan passes to Rosario.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Toronto.
They've turned in a fantastic performance from three-point range. That's been a weapon for them all game.
And also, their mid-range game has been impressive. A tough shot to rely upon, but they really had it going tonight.
Siakam is checked in for Barnes. Van Vliet kicks to Siakam. With the drive, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Improving as a passer, Siakam showing a willingness to get it to open teammates.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
And you could tell DeMar DeRozan wanted that one. Big-time shot maker. Give him the rock.
Van Vliet on the wing. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And how about the leadership there from Van Vliet? Ready to put this team on his back and give them that crucial bucket.
And he comes up with the deuce. MP's got the game tied up here for the Bulls.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
And Vliet on the wing. He's covered by Ayton. Chicago's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Here's DeRozan. Williams trying to break free. And DeMar DeRozan the bucket on the assist by MP.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
Here's Van Vliet. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
He's always pressing the action. Van Vliet just never backs down. Makes him hard to contain.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Chicago?
Anytime you get as many points from the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going.
Yeah, and the other thing that they've done well is they've really attacked the gaps of the defense with quick, decisive drives down the lane.
The Bulls making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Inside. MP passes to Ayton. Williams gets to DeRozan. Shoots over Anunoby. Off the left rim and out. The Raptors have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Here's Siakam. Got it!
That is world class.
Incredible shot with everything on the line coming through for his team.
MP passes to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Feeds it to MP. Williams trying to break free. Off with the layup.
Chicago foul. That's his fourth personal foul. Second team foul.